All right, Buff Nation. Crazy news day, of course. It's been reported that Marshall Faulk is going to become the head coach of the Southern Jaguars. Congratulations to him. And then shortly after that, we saw that Coach Prime and our Colorado Buffaloes did lose a commit. We saw this coming. Gavin Mueller, the four-star rivals tight end from the Chicagoland area, has flipped to Miami. I think we all could have kind of foreseen this by now, but we're going to do a fun exercise right now, Buff Nation, and that's how at 11 commits right now, how we can save this recruiting class, how Coach Prime can save this recruiting class and salvage it somehow. We're going to dive into that with a fun little exercise. So y'all be sure, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. This show is also sponsored by Kalshi, man. They are phenomenal sponsors. Use the code DTB for $10 off once you start trading. And yeah, you can put a little bit of money on them upsetting Arizona State, which I already did. We'll get to here in a bit, but let's go ahead and dive into the state of the team and this recruiting class. Guys, man, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but this recruiting class is it's terrible. We don't have enough guys and we don't have enough quality, man. Even going back to looking at last year's, I mean, at least we had Julian Lewis as part of this class. Now, I definitely think Rodney Colton, Preston Ashley, Carson Crawford, like, man, these are some significant guys. But again, I'm not going to beat the drum. You've listened to me talk about this before. We need more guys. And we've shown to actually do a pretty good job at recruiting high school talent here. So what can we do? We're at 11 guys. I think ideally you want to get up to like 20, 25. I think getting up to 25 guys, unless we're starting to flip some commits that have already been committed elsewhere, I'm not going to count on that right now. We're 3-7 football team, but that could change if we go out and upset Arizona State this week. No doubt about it. Julian Lewis, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, baby. That's what I'm predicting. But can our defense stop Jeff Sims? That's going to be the real question. But let's go through and just remind ourselves, hey, who are these commits we got right now? Rodney Colton, 4-star linebacker. Preston Ashley, 4-star safety. Carson Crawford, 3-star linebacker. And the rest of these guys are 3-stars. Wide receiver Christian Ward, edge Domata Peko Jr., Xavier Payne, offensive tackle, DeMonte Timms, who hopefully we can still convince to come here, even though Indiana's making a strong push for him. Ben Gula, interior offensive line. Josiah Manu, Colorado kid, offensive tackle. Colby Johnson, linebacker. And then Maurice Williams, cornerback. So what are we going to do, guys? Likely we're not going to be extending a ton of offers. I don't even know, man. Is Corey Phillips still here? Like, are these guys still the recruiting staff? Again, I'm hoping that we hire some new guys. But this is for another video. We've already started to send out more 27 and 28 offers, so that's great. But what can we do to salvage 26 right now? So I have gone through a little bit, guys, and you might find this interesting. I have taken a look at like all of our offers for the class of 26, and I've grabbed kind of most of the names left that are uncommitted. That's kind of what I've done. The concerning thing is that, well, we don't send out a lot of offers. So there's not necessarily a lot of guys that we can pick up. So we'll go through this and then we'll put it in the class calculator and see how it improves the class right now. Right now, our class is ranked 88th in the country. And to put it in perspective, guys, I think Carl Durrell's last recruiting class was like in the late 60s somewhere. I want to say it was 67, 68, or 69th in the country. Wow. So let's get into it. I think you guys will find this fun. So quarterback. We need a quarterback, man. We need positions. We need players of all positions. So I want to say we have Julian Lewis. We don't need a quarterback. What if he gets hurt? Okay. Oh, you got Ryan. Well, what if Ryan Staub gets hurt? And I don't want to hear about Ponder. No. So we got Roman Seymour, 85 overall, but 6'4.5", 190 pounds out of Missouri City, Texas, Ridgepoint High School. Hey, I'll take a Texas quarterback. Brendan Lewis turned into a pretty good quarterback. It took him 5-6 years, but it happened. Okay. So I added him to the class because you need a quarterback every single year. No doubt about it. Then at running back, I mean, all the top guys are gone. They're committed. Granted, we could come in and surprise maybe and flip some of these guys, but I'm not gonna bank on it. We don't even have a running backs coach right now. But I will, for the sake of the exercise, give us Jamarcea Platter. I think he was a previous Wake Forest commit. They say we're cool on him right now, but a 3-star, 5'9", 190-pound running back out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Yes, please. I know we've had some momentum with him. I know absolutely nothing about Sherrod Whitehead. Maybe I should just go ahead and add him to this class. I'll do that right now because I didn't include him. But let's say we bring in 2 running backs in this class. I mean, that would be pretty cool. So I've added him. Okay, let's continue on. Oh yeah, and I also added Davis Penn out of South Lake Carroll. Let's get a handful of running backs in here, man. I don't want to be putting receivers at running back anymore in the future. So I added him. I left Cody Jordan off the list. Sorry, man. You know, you're unranked. Wide receivers. We don't need any more wide receivers outside of who we have committed right now, which is Christian Ward. Okay? Him and his brother might be a package deal, but we got Christian Ward, and I don't even know if we have any uncommitted wide receivers. Oh, that we've offered. I guess a few of them. But some 0-star guys. Some guy from Oak Hills High School out in California, Jules Parm, but 5'10", whatever, man. We're sticking with Christian Ward. At tight end, we just lost Gavin Mueller to the University of Miami, but I think there is one tight end here that we have offered that is not committed anywhere, and it is out of Bay High School in Panama City, Florida, 6'5", tight end, 86 3-star, Javar Bowden. Problem is, I mean, again, this is just what happens, man, when your recruiting staff just doesn't offer a lot of guys. I mean, he's the only one left. 185 pounds, man. This guy's probably a few years away from touching the field at the Power 4 level, if that. But hey, we need to develop Javar Bowden, 185-pound tight end. Offensive tackle, I mean, we've done good. I mean, we got Xavier Payne here, which would be great. So, and Josiah Manu. So I didn't add anybody here from the offensive tackle realm. Although, hey, we are warm on Mark Holiday. So let me go ahead and add him to the class calculator. Okay. Add it. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Okay. Offensive line. Now, we do have Ben Gula as an interior offensive lineman, but I didn't add anybody else. Edge. We need some edges. Would be nice. Elijah Littlejohn, uncommitted, 4-star guy. It would be great to grab him. And so I'll go ahead and put him on here. Elijah Littlejohn. Out of West Charlotte. Okay. And I did add also PJ Taki and Philander Lee, because you got to have a JUCO guy. Cornerback or defensive line. I didn't add anybody else in the defensive line. Maybe I should do that. Let's see. Joseph Pecco. I'm going to pray that we can get Joseph Pecco since he is a coach's son. And yes. So out of Oaks Christian, I'll put him on there. DJ Hill, maybe we can bring him in as well. Again, guys, these are just guys that are uncommitted. And again, you would like to have more at this point, but I'm just trying to work with what we got. And who knows? Who knows if we can grab all these guys, but this is a fun exercise. All right, linebacker. We're straight at linebacker. We got 3 commits. At corner, this is what kind of sucks, man. All the top corners that we have recruited are going to like Georgia, SC, Miami, Texas, a lot of other big schools. Hell, we're even losing guys to Mountain West schools, or I guess they're Pac-12. But we do have Maurice Carr, and I did add Jeremiah Douglas on this 5'9", 160-pound. That's for the 5'9" corners. Growth spurt. It's got to happen. And then at safety, we do have Preston Ashley, which is awesome. He might be a starter here, but I also went ahead and added Courageous Hayes and kept DeMonte Timms on there out of hope that we could get some depth in the secondary, some depth that we can develop. How about that? And as an athlete, I did add Tyron Wortham, who I believe is a wide receiver, 6 feet, 175 pounds out of Sarasota. So let's get into it, guys. Again, right now the class 88th in the country with 11 commits. Now this would add a total of, let me go ahead and do the quick math. I think this would add, let's see, 5, 7. This would add 15 guys. Probably not going to happen, right? But let's see how it improves the score. You get it up to 218.2 with 26 commits. Let's see where Colorado is at, where that puts us at nationally. I will do the math right here. That would put Colorado at 218.02. That would put us, guys. This is actually really surprising, man. I didn't think it was going to be this high. This would put us at the 30th overall class right now, just behind Indiana. Now, again, some of this is a numbers game, right? Quantity over quality. But at this point, guys, it's just a numbers game in terms of a lot of these schools, they will bring in 20, 30 guys, and a certain amount of them hit. And some of them aren't highly recruited guys. Like, it's a numbers game at some point, man. Right? Usually the teams with the most draft picks, they end up drafting better, right? They got more shots at it. I would love for us to, have you're talking about 100 roster spots. Have a quarter of it dedicated to the class of 2026 in development. And then hit the portal with the rest of those guys. That's totally fine. But yeah, like that could put us at 30th overall in the country if we're just able to close on like 80% on the guys that we've offered that are still uncommitted somewhere. Okay. And let's look at the Big 12. Where would that put us in the Big 12? That would put us at a respectable spot. It would put us at 4th in the conference in the Big 12. No. Yes, it would put us at 4th. Right ahead of West Virginia, man. Right now, we're at 15th, right behind Oklahoma State. And they don't have a freaking coach, guys. So, why did I do this exercise? Well, maybe one of my toxic traits is always, looking for the bright side of things. I am a general optimist, although I can go dark side Dave, right? But I wanted to do this to show that, like, while this might not be feasible and this might not be realistic, there is a path to salvaging this year's class. How much time and effort does the program want to put into it, though? And that's the real question. You could still lose like 40 guys this year due to graduation and other guys hitting the transfer portal. And we didn't even use all our roster spots. You could still bring in 26 guys from high school and still have room for 30 to 40 transfers. If the program really wants to take, another transfer portal heavy offseason again, you can do both of those things. I think you can. No doubt about it. So how much effort does Coach Prime and the program want to put into this? Again, you can find gems in the transfer portal, and we need to prioritize some nice pieces on the team so that this isn't Shedeur Sanders behind a makeshift offensive line for 2 years, right? Like, we need to do right with Julian Lewis. Absolutely. And if he goes out and performs and we upset Arizona State, that could change the narrative and help us get some more of these flips, which would be great, and transfer portal gets. But I think we need to hit the portal hard and better this year. And we also need to start hitting high school more seriously. And you can do both things. You can do both things. How much do you want it? Right? So, guys, I find this pretty interesting. You can, if we put in the effort to close the guys that are uncommitted that we have offered, you can build a pretty damn good class. There is no excuse why we should be recruiting high school at a worse clip than Carl Durrell. There's no excuse. You're just not trying at that point. And I hope we start trying. Like, that's my hope. Also, before I get to some of your comments, dude, Kalshi, baby, code DTB. Get yourself a nice little $10 bonus when you start trading. But as you can see, man, I put 10 different contracts down here for no, man. Arizona State, they're not going to win. Colorado going to be at home. They're giving up more pass yards than the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, that's for different reasons. You can't run on Arizona State, and you can run all over Colorado. But I'm going to take that stat and believe that there is opportunity for Julian Lewis to come out and play really well. But we're going to have to score points, man, because Jeff Sims in that offense, they're still going to put up points on us. With that being said, guys, I'll get to a few of your comments. Again, I just wanted to show what can happen, man, with this class if we can just close on 80% of the guys that we've offered that are uncommitted. You had one 4-star guy on there. Everybody else is a 3-star or not rated. So how about that? 26 guys, 218. That would be the 30th overall class in the country. And a top 5 class, 4th overall in the Big 12 as it stands. Get to a few of your comments. Really do appreciate y'all. Deion doesn't visit because of his health. So what's everybody else's reason? Dave, some of the players are coming back this year. Well, let's say we lose 30 guys in the portal, man, to the portal and graduation. That would still be plenty. It would still be plenty of open positions, I think, because again, we still have like 10 roster spots or scholarship spots, And aren't the scholarships going away this next year? So what do we have, like 75 guys on the team? So I mean, you still can bring in a sizable transfer portal and high school class. And that's the thing. I think maybe if we're able to offer more money than some of the schools for certain guys, like we did for Jaheim Otis and Caden Salter, but hopefully get the right guys, you can bring in maybe a couple really good players. But we saw what happens when that thing goes wrong. Maybe you should be investing your top contracts in high school rather than the transfer portal moving forward. Colby Johnson might flip to Boise State because his father is a coach at Boise. Daddy ball, baby. Bringing in 35 plus portal players is a huge, huge mistake. I absolutely agree with you. I'm sick of seeing it. But we don't need mediocrity. We need to pay for talent. Dude, I'm right there with you, but I'm also just trying to show you one path to bringing in some true talent, I think, for the team. And that's just sign the guys that are uncommitted that you've offered. They're good enough to play for you. You determine that. We've shown that we're pretty decent at developing high school guys. And honestly, unless Shador and you got Travis Hunter here, we're pretty shitty at bringing in transfer portal talent outside of what Gunnar White can do on the offensive line, dude. And Gunnar White is the only one out here from the position coach perspective, in my opinion, that's out here busting his ass in the high school recruiting, as well as has a good eye on the transfer portal. So, yeah, if Coach Prime says he's here, he's in it for the long haul. Let's start building this thing on the rock, baby, not on the sand. And some of this, man, it's just a numbers game. Like I said, some of the teams in the NFL, that have been great drafters, they're also getting more picks year after year, man. I think Pecco's waiting to figure out if he's going to be here or not, Gennaro. I think that's it. We'll have to see. So maybe that's why we haven't seen the other Pecco son sign, Joseph Pecco. But yeah, man, this is in my opinion, man, this exercise shows you don't believe the narrative that there isn't more we can do this year. Now, am I saying that do I believe that this staff is going to go and close on 10 plus more guys before early National Signing Day? Absolutely not. If I could bet that on Kalshi, I would. Okay? Maybe I need to make my own. I'm coming on here to say, don't believe that they're just saying you can't try or it's all cooked. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. There is an opportunity here to bring in more young talent. Now, again, it's not ideal. We're in the middle of November right now, but we can do it. I just don't know if we will, because you got to hire a new offensive staff, new offensive coordinator. And maybe when you do that, you could bring some guys that are flips from wherever this offensive coordinator is coming from, right? But it's crazy to think that, man, like, I would take Carl Durrell's last recruiting class here every single year, man. That's crazy, like, statistically. We don't need a mediocre team while Texas Tech isn't looking for a yard. But this is what I don't get, Gennaro. Like, you have to understand, like, where are we right now? Like, are we better off just having 10 guys, 11 guys as part of this high school class? Are we just better off that way? I don't think we're better off getting a portal class of 40, 50 guys again. It would Jordan Tyson, guys. I think CU was one of Jordan Tyson's few Power 5 offers at the time, man. He was just a normal 3-star guy. Christian Gonzalez, 3-star guy. Brendan Rice, 3-star guy. Now, those were Mel Tucker guys. But you understand, like, I'm trying to make a point here, like, bringing in 3-star guys, while maybe our expectation was that we were going to be along the lights of Georgia, Texas, Miami, just bringing in 4 and 5 stars. That's not the reality of how we've been able to recruit high school. When you have 75 scholarship spots and you're not filling up the roster, you're staying under the roster limit, man. To me, I think that's lazy. We need to close some of these deals. We need to get a full team in here. David is off his rocker, asking to bring mediocrity to CU. Gennaro, right now with our recruiting class, mediocrity is an insane improvement. We're 15th in high school recruiting in the Big 12 out of 16 teams. The only team we're ahead of is Oklahoma State. They don't have a coach, dude. Where we are at right now is pathetic when it comes to high school recruiting. So yeah, usually before you go to be an elite at something, you have to be average at it. You got to be mediocre at it. Sure, I'm not saying that a recruiting class like this is going to go win you a natty. No, but it can get you to respectability in the conference. Gennaro, we are a 3-7 football team right now. Am I crazy, guys, for thinking that mediocrity right now is an improvement? And don't confuse that. The standard needs to be much higher. Absolutely. But you normally, unless we get Jeremy Bloom and he's bringing in all this tech money for us, right? You're not going to jump from being terrible at high school recruiting to elite overnight. Am I insane? Am I insane for thinking that mediocrity is an improvement right now? What are the odds Tyron commits? He's from my alma mater. Dude, I got no idea. But hey, he's one of the few guys that we've offered that's not committed somewhere. So that would be pretty cool if he came. Yeah, dude, we suck. We suck right now. So the fact that I'm on here showing that, hey, we can still close on some 3-star guys to salvage this year, this recruiting year, with like 3-4 weeks left in the recruiting season. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Do you think Coach Prime will stay to coach an average team? What? Dude, he's coaching a 3-7 team, 3-7 team right now. Gennaro, what are you talking about? Dude, wake up. He wants to right this ship. He wants to improve this. What are you what? What are you saying? We need to get to average. We need to get there. And it's the Big 12. So yeah, like we can go on a run next year if maybe we get lucky in the portal. But going 100% in on the portal this year is a terrible strategy, man. It's a terrible strategy. You need to build for the right now, but you also need to build for the future. And we should have the roster spots to do both. So I don't know why you're getting all pissed off about this, man. I think that this is insane. You think Coach Prime will stay to coach an average football team? Dude, he's coaching a pathetic team right now. Wake up. You got to take steps forward. Mediocrity right now is an improvement. We got to get back to that standard of winning seasons in Boulder. Man, I love you, Gennaro, but dude, this shocks me. The fact that I see people upset about the idea of signing 15 or 14 3-stars and a 4-star guy that we've offered that are uncommitted, just closing on these deals that we've offered that are uncommitted. You guys are pissed off about it? I tell me how you fix this team then, Gennaro. Yeah, that's true. Not lying. Coach Prime had to take care of himself before he was a coach. Yeah. It's hard to tell people the truth. They are biased and know the truth, man. And this isn't an attack on Coach Prime. It's crazy. It's crazy. No top flight. No top flight. Did Coach Prime start this YouTube channel? Did he start it? The only reason I got however many subs I got is because you guys follow me. It's your fault. It's your fault. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to come in here. Coach Prime got the degree. He didn't give me the degree. I'm a buff, but yeah. We need to salvage this recruiting class. We can do it. By getting your Hall of Fame coaches knocking on some doors. Okay. Who is going to be that guy? Who's going to be that guy? To flip, man. I'm talking about closing deals that we've at least offered. You're just going to go and flip guys from Georgia and Texas this late in the game by getting Warren Sapp on the road? Marshall Faulk's off to Southern, man. Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I'm trying to provide an idea, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked, dude, that you don't think, Gennaro, that this ain't part of the same plan. Take those Hall of Fame coaches, Warren Sapp, whoever else we got, and go knock on the doors of the guys that we've offered that are uncommitted. Close these deals. You've already identified that they're good enough to play for you by offering them. Again, I think that we've done a good job with our high school talent. Why don't we bring in more of it? And here's the thing too, man. Eric bringing up a good point. With recruiting comes NIL, and you need money. Colorado cannot compete with the likes of Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, etc. Need to some degree willing to cut that check. You're absolutely right. The next AD has to fundraise better and has to fundraise more. You're absolutely correct. So right now, when we don't have the budget to compete with Ole Miss and these other schools that you just mentioned, what the hell are we supposed to do? Just lay over and bring up some FCS guys? We can still close on some 3-star guys, man. And we should do that. Yeah. Hey, top flight, man. Your first reasonable take right here. Hey, how about that? Colorado don't have the NIL money these other schools have. Yeah, no shit. So that's why we go and we bring in some more 3-star guys and we develop them. Like Utah has done. Like BYU has done in the past, right? Some programs that have had a lot more success than we have. And then what's so great is that Coach Prime, he can be the big closer for those big ticket items or those big ticket players that we get every now and then, like a Travis Hunter that he got at Jackson State, or Julian Lewis or Jordan Seaton. So, I think we're saying the same thing, man. I don't know why your panties are all in a wad. Yeah. But Rick George, man, I think he did a fantastic job here with all the circumstances. And to get Coach Prime hired here, massive success. Now we need somebody to really bring us into that next age, that next era of college athletics. And that's 99% college football. Absolutely right. But yeah, Prime, I think Prime can right this ship. I think he can. But we need these other staff members. We need the recruiting staff to really, man, press this thing hard. And again, Coach Prime, maybe he needs to give a more powerful directive for this. I don't know. Again, he was gone a lot, but that's no excuse for why the program as a whole has dropped the ball with recruiting, with high school recruiting this year. Coming off a 9-4 season, there should have been a lot more momentum. And again, that's not Coach Prime's fault. With him being out, man, I think it's the lack of recruiting staff. So, hey, how about Courageous Hayes? We need another safety, man. We need safety help big time. No doubt about it. But yeah, I wonder who we're going to see as offensive coordinator here, because yeah, that could help bring some flips in, no doubt about it. CU doesn't need a whale; they just need to do some fundamental recruiting. Yeah, I'm just talking about like getting back to a half decent class. I don't think anybody can justify and be okay with 88th in the country, dude. No, I don't even think Coach Prime's okay with that. That's just me. So, y'all, thanks for joining me in here. I greatly appreciate you. You guys are what made my channel. How about that? Use the code DTB. Get yourself a nice little $10 bonus when you sign up and start trading over on Kalshi. And I did put some money on our Buffs to upset Arizona State. So, going to be a fun week. Russ and I were meeting a little bit earlier tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that and previewing the Arizona State game. But we can still salvage this, man. Even with 3 wins, we can still salvage this. Will the staff do it? That remains to be seen. Go Buffs.